Nick and Lex here.
Hey everyone!
How's it going, guys? So tonight,
Yes.
so we're gonna do basically part 2 of this here, a record.
Oh, you can't see it.
It's okay. I mean, people know the list. There's an actual video with all the titles. The first title is Year of the Cat. And I think in that video we talk about...
Yes, but just for those who can't see it and who have never seen it, it's a mixtape. What says NicknLex, it's like a tape, and it's got a bunch of songs on it. And we've always promised that we're going to do the video on this tape, and this is the first of the series.
Yeah, it has to be a series. And we can redo it like Year of the Cat, but today we're going to do... Suzanne by Leonard Cohen. And oh boy, so so first of all, there's going to be a long video because there's a lot of stuff to say about this. And so if you don't want to listen to us talk, we're going to post I guess like a timestamp in the video where we start the reaction. But first of all, well, we have great news. So tomorrow is our 11th anniversary.
So today, when you're watching this video.
Yes, so today. But I mean for us tomorrow. Yes. We're still on the 10th. Tomorrow, the 11th of January, is our 11th wedding anniversary or marriage, right? But we've been together for 13 years, but I mean, it's just so awesome that 11 years ago, we made the decision to get married.
Yes.
And we still, treat each other like boyfriend and girlfriend. And we are still, well, I guess you've seen us enough.
Yes. This is a special video because of that. We're sharing with all of you this special date. And wanted to do it with a special video. We've been promising this... tape.
Let's put in like tape, maybe like the thing that pops up, like click on the tape to see the tape video.
Yeah. And maybe even a picture or something.
Yeah, we'll make it.
But that way you guys can like kind of see the songs. But this is very, very special for us because we've decided to share each and every song that's on there and what it means. So thank you for watching this and for your interest. Several of you have been asking about that for a while. Frank.
I was gonna say but
no, but
he's right,
yes, he's right. And this song means a lot because so basically I had never heard this song. You told me to listen to this song and showed me this song.
Well, let me like just like start the story. So because I heard this song after the fact.
Okay.
So we were, I guess, dating for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We just started dating and we decided to go with Alexia's mom that you now know and Nirvana, who you now know, and she was just a little 3-year-old.
Yeah.
And we went to this Alexia's stepdad has like this ranch and I guess they owned it.
Yeah.
And they had horses there and it was really a nice place, but it also had like this river, right?
But it was a lot of open space. It wasn't like anything built or anything. It was just acres of land, basically, that we called the ranch. Like in Mexico, they call it El Rancho.
El Rancho.
So it was like, vamos al rancho.
So Alexia was like, hey, you want to go to this ranch? And I'm like, sure. And it's like the first time also that I think either I put my head on your shoulder or you on mine. We hadn't even kissed by that time. We were still taking it very, very slowly. And prior to that, going to that ranch, we already knew each other for a year. Very like distant, very slow. So basically there's what's so crazy about the song is that there's so many similarities from the song that happened. So it's almost like, and this is not made up. We would never make up a story. That would be just super lame. But it was, so in the song, Leonard Cohen says, okay, well, of this girl that takes me to a river, right? so so she took me to a river, and then Alexia that day, I don't know why, you had like these oranges, right?
I had a bag of like
mandarinas.
Mandarinas.
So basically she was like kind of like giving me oranges, and I was like eating oranges, and I was like, okay, whatever. But very cool. And so, and also that day she took a picture, and it's that black and white picture that we posted where I have this really long hair, and people said, oh, that looks like David Gilmour, or it could be like a cover of a, and
that's a good point, because that picture, people have asked us like, where is that? So maybe I'll post a picture of that.
That was the ranch.
Yeah. But anyway, to move it along.
No, but I mean, I think we should take our time. I mean, I said we're going to talk about this as long as we need to.
Okay,
if people want to skip, you can skip. I really want to get this out there because this is a video about the song.
You're right.
And why we put it on the tape.
Yes.
So
the tape session.
The tape session. So, and then I don't know. I don't think we were drinking tea, because that was
no. However, when we got back home, so I was growing up between Colorado and Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, which is where we met and lived. And so I would go back and forth, and the Celestial Seasonings tea factory is based here in Boulder, Colorado. And I would go there all the time. So I had recently gone there with some friends of mine, and I got a bunch of tea, and I brought it all back to Mexico. I was like that crazy tea lady, just like a luggage full of tea. So then when we came back to my house, I offered you tea. So I made you like Celestial Seasonings tea, and I had all of these varieties.
I guess that's where like we said, oh my God, this is crazy, because so basically, so she took me to a river, and then she fed me like tea and oranges, just like the lyrics. And it's so crazy because I guess a couple of weeks later, my mom played me the song, and she's always like, oh, Leonard Cohen, and he's my favorite artist, and she's just in love with Leonard Cohen. And I don't know, I think we haven't even told her that he passed.
No, well, no, we would have, because she was living with us at that time.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so
I remember very well.
She would just like, and she would also love the because he has such
blues.
No, another song from him, the Everybody Knows.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody knows. Like, and he sings that. And also, like, she just loves Leonard Cohen. So, but yeah, she played me this song, and I was like, what the... Like,
and she played it to you after we went to the ranch.
Yeah, and I was like, Alexia, you have to listen to this song.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It's literally like you and I that day when we went to the ranch, and then I played it to Alexia.
And I was just like, ah.
And we were like bawling, and it was just so crazy that it was so close to what we had experienced. Because also that day to the ranch was just, it marked a pivotal moment.
Spending time with my family.
Yeah, and we kind of like just fell for each other, and we were, I don't know.
It was
just
all
beautiful.
very magical and very just perfect, So that is always a very important day for us, and very memorable, that immediately after we found a song that just fit that moment. So that's why
it's the second song
is The Year of the Cat, which we'll make a more in-depth video, but we haven't even mentioned that. Well, okay, after Year of the Cat would be Suzanne, because Year of the Cat was a little bit before we started dating, and then Suzanne was like right at the beginning. But,
right. Yeah, we were not dating when I sent her basically Year of the Cat over Skype.
Yeah.
Yes, we're that old. But it's so cool because I sent her the song. She had never heard it. And then her dad was like, oh, I love this song. And it was just very magical too, that I was like, oh, I sent her music. She's playing it to her dad, and her dad is like dancing, and
because I had already thought he had already done and quoted several things that would remind me of my dad. So that was very
apparently
cool.
I'm like her dad reincarnate, but like when I was still playing in a band and she would go and see that band because of her best friend was in the band, I would do stuff that was like, that's like my dad.
Yeah, like
stuff.
quoting things.
Quoting movies like that her dad would quote, and then the whole German, because her dad always calls her Schnitzel. To this day, when he calls her, it's like, hey, Schnitzel. And since I spoke German, she was just like, wow, there's a lot of similarities. And she told me that you remind me of my dad a lot. And her dad, you know him. You know Mario. So
well, you'll get to know him more. We're gonna
do some
videos and
reactions.
Have some ideas. But I really want to listen to the song now.
Okay, so now just really quickly before we start. So I've always I try to avoid the song very much because
me too.
It's just so. It makes me very sad because it takes me back, and not because it's a bad memory, but it's such a happy memory that I can contain myself.
Yeah.
So every time we listen to the song, it's like goodbye.
Yeah.
So that's why we don't listen to the song a lot. And
that's a good point.
It's like the Joni Mitchell. It's like Joni Mitchell, like A Case of You. I can't listen to the song, not because I don't like it. It's just too hard on my heart. But yeah, okay, so we've been 11 minutes, 11 years, so now we can start the song. And it has 11 million
113,
and that's why there's an 1111 on the back. Right there. So it also connects us a little bit. So okay, I'm ready. I really don't want to do this, but let's do it. Yeah, so everything is good, all the volume, and so this is Suzanne. This is Songs from Leonard Cohen, 1967. Wow, we usually don't play 60s music that much, but now we will.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. I hope you have fun.
Yes.
Suzanne takes you down to her place near the river. You can hear the boats go by. You can spend the night beside her. And you know that she's half crazy, but that's why you wanna be there. And she feeds you tea and oranges that come all the way from China. And just when you mean to tell her that you have no love to give her, then she gets...
Oh God, so bad. Oh God, it's so sad. It's so sad, and I just remembered. When he sings and something about Alexia that you don't know, that the reason I fell in love with this wonderful woman is her laugh. And I was like, she sounds a little bit cray-cray, and she is, and I love that about her, but it's a crazy, beautiful, crazy, good crazy. It's not like a psycho, it's like happiness, and it's just spurred, like random, like
bursts of
energy, and it's just like we have a lot of fun, and we're always singing, and people that know us more personally, they're like, oh man, Alexia and Nick, they're so crazy, because they're always, we make up our own language and stuff. So when he said right now, and he knows that she's
half crazy,
it's like I lost it, but yeah, okay. And the oranges were not from China. So
no, but on the Celestial Seasonings tour, they tell you their main provider of the tea is China. So I was making that connection, but yeah.
Yeah, but also when he sings, well, okay, let's just analyze the song.
Okay.
Wow, we didn't even last a minute.
I know.
It was so good.
That you have no love to give her, then she gets you on her wavelength, and she lets the river answer that you've always been her lover. travel with her, and you want to travel blind, and you know she will trust you, for you've touched her perfect body with your mind.
Oh boy. This is hard.
Yeah, so another thing, I guess we've always wanted to travel, and now we've have so much, and we've come like really far, like from where we were, and we totally like did it by ourselves, you know, like.
Yeah. We have a lot to be proud of, a lot to be thankful for. We've always been blessed. And
I haven't listened to this song like.
I know. It's
been like 6 years or 7.
I know.
That's why I didn't want.
I knew this was
when Alexia said, "Let's do Suzanne," I was like, "No, I can't do it. No." So I'm so sorry. You know, we don't want to like wreck the song.
Yeah.
But it's just not. It's very hard.
Yeah, it is. But
I'll try to keep it straight.
I guess it's about sharing our story.
I mean, it's a reaction video, for Christ's sakes. But so I guess that's my reaction. Alexia's holding my hand under the table, like, calm down. Okay, so let's do it. Let's try. Okay.
And Jesus was a sailor when he walked upon the water, and he spent a long time watching from his lonely wooden tower. And when he knew for certain only drowning men could see him, he said, all men will be sailors then until the sea shall free them. But he himself was broken long before the sky would open. Forsaken, almost human, he sank beneath your wisdom like a stone. And you want to travel with him, and you want to travel blind, and you think maybe you'll trust him, for he's touched your perfect body with his mind. Now Suzanne takes your hand and she leads you to the river. She is wearing rags and feathers from Salvation Army counters, and the sun pours down like honey on Our Lady of the Harbor. And she shows you where to look among the garbage and the flowers. There are heroes in the seaweed, there are children in the morning. They are leaning out for love, they will lean that way forever, while Suzanne holds the mirror. And you want to travel with her, and you want to travel blind, and you know you can trust her, for she's touched your perfect body with her mind.
Beautiful. Very beautiful.
It's a very beautiful song.
Yeah, and it also, of course, reminds me of my mom, and it's just such a wonderful the arpeggios that he does, the finger style, and his voice, and
it's like he's
chorus.
Whispering, you know. It's like, and he's touched her perfect body. It's just like
he's such a poet, and we just figured out before doing the song, because we wanted to know, is this the right version, and And we saw that he usually wrote it as a poem, and then somebody else recorded it. Who was it?
I don't remember the name, but he initially recorded it as a poem, or wrote it as a poem, and then someone debuted it, someone Jody or something.
Yeah.
And then he debuted it, I think, in '67. But what a beautiful song!
Yeah, and we can always look back when we are like, oh, remember our 11th anniversary?
Yeah.
We did the reaction video to Suzanne.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But obviously, it was bringing back beautiful memories of that day. I was remembering like the drive back, you know, where like my mom was in the front, like we were in the back with my sisters.
Yeah, and did I do
Were
this?
so much younger.
Or did you do? Did you do the head? That's the first time we actually like touched.
I don't remember.
Caringly, and we went off to walk into and we were alone, and we didn't kiss. We were very respectful, and it was just, and I love that story, and I love everything I can look back at with Alexia has been just so beautiful, and in Mexico, for example, I don't know if you've ever been with a Latina, but Alexia is not that Latina. There's not jealousy. There's no unnecessary drama, and it's so refreshing and so good. And it's I'm so happy.
I'm very happy too. But yeah, I mean, I was remembering like my sisters were so much younger in that car ride, you know, like in that trip.
And now we're getting a car that's pretty much the same.
Oh, yeah. That's very true. We are getting a new car, and we're very excited because we live in Colorado and we don't have an all-wheel drive. So now we'll have a four-wheel drive, which is great. And it's going to be a Jeep Cherokee, which when we met, I was driving around a Jeep Grand Cherokee everywhere and had all my stickers on it, like Radiohead and all this stuff.
She was already the flower girl that you know.
Yeah, I had a Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, Radiohead, and a bunch of other.
And that's
Love
why
Your Mother, Planet stickers,
and Planet Earth coexist, stuff like that. And like Alexa and I, we've always been very fond of those bands, you know, Led Zeppelin, here Pink Floyd in the back. And that's almost the reason why we don't do those, because I mean, we did Animals, but we told everyone this is a re-listen. We've heard this hundreds of times. And
like
the cool thing about the album was that it was a remaster, and there were some things different, but yeah, I mean, this was so much fun, and it's so nice to talk about the past, and I can only hope for another 11 years.
Yes, me too. And, you know, we're both very lucky, and it's wonderful to read it from you guys in the comments. So thank you so much for your kind words, for your support. It's been a wonderful and hard and, like, challenging in a good way, you know, years. What I mean is every time something is presented in front of us, it's like the universe always makes everything happen so wonderfully. So it's been a hard and challenging lessons, but at the same time we've been blessed.
And we have learned to appreciate what like the universe gives us. It's like we don't even ask. It's just like good things happen, and they just come. Yeah. And we're like, you know, it's because and the
even
mentality.
When challenges are faced, like for
We've
example,
had some
the Spain
difficult
situation.
Yeah.
You guys came through. We had your support. We had each other. We had jobs Rudy, that allowed us to.
Like for example, Rudy. That's just an example. Like we met Rudy throughout the channel, but it got more personal relationship that Rudy wrote to us and we wrote back, and then we started to talk and send each other emails, audios, and then Rudy is like a family member. And then when we went to Spain, he literally helped us with the German embassy in Germany with all the difficult lingo, and that's just another case of Nick and Alexia having like the support from the heavens. And and it's just crazy, man. It's like, I love it. And it's just, I think it's the way of thinking. Instead of thinking negatively, we always think positively, and it's just a way of living, and then good things happen.
Yeah, and that's basically how we live. You know, we live knowing that everything will be provided in the end, and we like just do our best and give our best, and know that someone has always our back, you know?
And also, I wanted to say something that Alexa taught me very early in our relationship, because I do consider her like my teacher, you know, and I guess the vice versa, you know.
We are each other's
But
teachers.
when she told me something, she said, "This shall pass. This too shall pass," and my life changed, and I was a very different person when I met her. I mean, I was, I guess, a nice person, but I was very full of anger and sadness and a lot of difficult stuff. And now I'm a totally different man, no?
Yes, I know that you are.
Remember when I told you I used this quote that I love, this movie, As Good as It Gets, and the guy obviously has issues. He's medically ill because he has OCD, right? And I once told Alexa, like, you wanna what is the quote? You wanna make me be a better man.
You make me want to be a better man.
That's the one.
Yeah.
And that's it, you know. So I guess
well, we should get going because it's just it is wonderful to share life with you, and now looking back at everything that we've accomplished, you know, and individually, together, just so much that we've grown, and
we have great friends, and they just come out of nowhere. Like some time ago, we met like a year ago, we met all these people from Venezuela because of work, and now we're like this family. We do everything together. We go camping together, snowboarding together. We spent New Year's together, and it's very beautiful to have like these friends that are, and you know, they're real friends.
Yes.
Because we've had some bad ones as well, and they just, like, you know how it is. Sometimes friends last, and some are only there for a short period of time, and I'm very happy. We're very lucky.
Me too.
And then you have all you guys. I mean, come on.
You guys are our family, our friends. You know, we very quickly are able to name so many of you that have come into our lives, and thank you so much for being that, for being an extra blessing in our path, you know. And we never ever would have imagined that we'd be here like with you guys, and where we are located, and just so many things that happen, and you just look back and you're like, wow, you know. And it's been like so long, but at the same time it's just like,
when you look back, I guess time flies, but when you actually
at the same
live
time,
it is slow.
It is. And everything happens, and every day is a day that adds to that time, you know. And it's beautiful. And today I came home, and Nick had this beautiful surprise for me. This big, which I haven't opened, but it's a big bag, like this big, and it's got 11 years, and then how many months, and then how many days, and then how many hours and minutes, and it's just wonderful because it's so long, but at the same time it's like, wow, we've earned it, you know.
Alexia was like, wow, we've been together 4,000 days. 4,091 it says, right? I think I don't know, but but thanks so much. And like, I want to give a personal shout out, of course, to Michelle, who has been like the godmother of the channel, and I guess she's not very busy right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we'll see her again. And also Graybeard, who is has become a very personal friend, and of course Rudy. I call them like the three god parents that we have on the channel.
Yes,
because
but we have so many people,
I mean,
you know, that are
I could
constants.
I could
like Frank and Lee and just
Colin. I mean, there's so many. I mean,
Raider
we could.
fan,
You know who you guys are.
Jim
You know,
X.
we have Tony. We have
so many.
There's too much to name, but you know who you are, but I just wanted to name those three because that's on a personal level that write us and they give us advice in life. Also Mark, of course, and also BMAC writes us and he helps me, and then people write me about my glasses, you know, like don't worry about your glasses, you know, nobody really like, it's not a big deal. Use your glasses. And I love that, you know.
And you're clearly not following that.
No, but right now I don't really use them.
I know.
I don't really need them.
I know. I agree. But anyway, thank you so much. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
And thank you everyone for sharing.
We never kissed, by the way, on screen.
I know. But you know, it's like sometimes it's just I don't know, in the moment, and just sharing with you guys the way that you share with us your time and your lives, your
very
memories, your everything. So thank you so much. We hope you enjoyed this. Let us know if you want the next tape session, which looks like it would be, well, we could either go back and do a detailed Year of the Cat.
I think we should do Year of the Cat, and then Weird Fishes is another one, because
that's what I was gonna say.
Let me just give you give them a little tidbit. So this Radiohead song was basically at the time when basically we fall in love, we fall for each other like tremendously, right? And then Alexa's like, well, I do have to go to college, you know, I'm gonna leave. And basically my world crumbled to the ground, and I don't want to stop her. I want to, you know, support her. So I did, but this song is a song that we heard a lot of times, and I remember when we were driving to your house and this song was playing, and I was just and she was like, why are you crying? And I was like, because you're gonna leave, you know, and she couldn't even say no because she was gonna leave. But that's another story.
Yeah. That's
in the next video.
That's a little sneak peek.
Yeah, and but it's also very interesting. This Weird Fishes by Radiohead. The entire album has a very huge impact on us.
Yes.
Also, another song, Time, which goes a little bit more further.
Well, after that, it says Count of Tuscany by Dream Theater. So we've got lots of songs, you know, piled up. And thank you for joining us for this. Let us know if you'd be interested in us doing more of these. It's a lot of fun sharing our lives with you guys. And, you know, this, I think, is something that is also good to spark up these early memories, you know. This was wonderful.
Next time, let's get some tissues.
I know. That's a good idea. But thank you all so much. We hope to see everyone in the next one.
Thank you,
Bye,
guys.
everyone.
Bye. Jeez.